Hey guys, this is part of my March of Nations competition results, and this was my 4th best position in the British Tier 7 competition. Again, I'm playing the AT-15A, that premium British tank destroyer, and I'm on Karelia, and it's an assault, so it's 10 minutes, 10-minute game, and we've got to defend our cap circle. Now the AT-15A is really good at this type of mode because it's got great frontal armour, particularly if you get up high, and it's quite a hard tank to dig out unless you flank it. And you need probably 2 tanks to work together to reliably take it out. That's my opinion anyway. So we've got a pretty good team, that's always good. Great Scorpion G player, nice 6B. Oh, didn't buy one of them, but hey-oh. And I'm going to move up to a really good spot for any tank destroyer that's got good armour. Now, you've always got to be wary of artillery in this game, particularly in the AT-15A, and this rock gives both good cover from the artillery and offers a lot of potential for shots without going too far away from the cap circle, because if you go too far away, then they can cap and you can't get back. Now, the team has been quite aggressive. So we've got 3 tanks that have moved right up onto G6 and G7, or almost going to G7, right near, hoping to spot their tank destroyers. And one of their tank destroyers has been spotted. Now this T-71DA, I was a bit unlucky in the first shot. But he poked out too far and he showed the front of his tank. He should have kept back a bit more, and he's almost dead as a result. I'm expecting him to come back round. That shot didn't go where I wanted it to go, but I finished him off with the next shot. So that was a nice start to the game. Now the Leo is not in a particularly great place. Now with March of Nations I did fire a lot of premium ammo, and that was simply to try and get the best amount of base experience in the game. The purpose for these wasn't to make a lot of credits, it was just to get as high up as I could on the leaderboard. T-54 Mod 1 I couldn't penetrate from the front, and the T-34 I need to hit his base. That one went into the ground, and that, I don't know where that one went, and I just zoomed over him. Actually finally hit him now and got a second shot into him, but I'm firing premium, so it's really expensive, but hey ho. Now this Tiger 1 thinking about coming around the rock, and I wish he would. We're losing our tanks now at G6. I didn't go out and support them. Probably that was a mistake. You're probably saying, why didn't you go out and support them? Well, I probably should in retrospect, but I didn't. I just hugged this rock because I'm always concerned about artillery in the game. So the Tiger 1's being aggressive, but he's got no frontal armour, so he's gonna be taking some damage here. That's a very dangerous tank, the T-54 Mod 1 for me. Now our Batchat has decided to call us idiots, which is a bit unfair because the game is not lost. And okay, so I didn't support him, and maybe I should have done. But I was more worried about the Tiger 1 coming forward, and the Scorpion G I was expecting to come forward as well. And as our Scorpion G pointed out, that Tiger 1's a threat where he is, because he just light us all up. So I need to try and finish him off quickly. Unfortunately I don't manage to do it. So the position isn't looking great at the moment. 5-2 down. And I've not done a huge amount in this game, just picked up 1 kill. So it's not been phenomenal. I wasn't expecting this to feature in the top 5 of my games for the March of Nations, but it did. And it did because there are some tier 8s and I do manage to get some shots into them. I really want to finish off this Tiger 1. He's just lighting me up every time he'll poke out. But I can't get a shot on him. And this I don't know what this IS is really trying to do. I mean, he must know that he's being faced by Scorpion G, Centimille, and that WZ121 FT. All of them will go through him like butter. So, and all got big alpha. So why on earth would you want to poke that corner? I don't know. Not that I'm complaining, of course. So the enemy team has moved up, and that Swedish tank destroyer's in a dangerous position now, because it means I can't reverse too far because he'll be able to shoot me in the rear. And if I turn round, then I'm exposing myself to the Tiger 1 and the T54 Mod 1, and potentially the IS as well, all of which we're going to go through the rear. So I'm now potentially in a crossfire situation. Fortunately, one of the threats, the IS decided to die without doing a lot. And the tip in this game is never give your tank away, ever. If you're on low health, you can still be a big asset to your team, but you're a no asset if you're dead, ever. So stay alive. And I don't mean just camp, but poke a corner, pull back. Don't take a shot, just light up the enemy, pull back, hope say that your artillery can get a shot, or another tank that's outside the view range of the tanks you're facing. Now, in this position, although it's 6-9 down, we've got some pretty good players left on the team. And finish off their Tiger 1, and that, I think that was probably the turning point for the game. I'm still worried about that T54 Mod 1. Scorpion G obviously poses a massive threat. I really don't understand why the ILK did that, but I'm so glad he did. The SU missed his shot, and I do not need to fire premium at him, but I forgot to change, to be honest, back to standard ammo. I should have saved my premium ammo for the tier 8. The tier 8 tanks that are still in the game, and there's one of them. And of course I was worried about showing my rear. This is one of the flaws of this position, is that you can get into some nasty crossfires sitting here. Now there's another Tiger 1 on their team, and that was really unlucky to get a ricochet on him. And I've run out now of premium ammo, but fortunately I finish him off, and 381 damage from that SU-122-44. He's only on 1%, and it's almost a waste of 175 credits, but no, it isn't. It's a kill, and it's a very close game, so you always want to take out a tank. Don't worry that he's only on 3 hit points. So what? His gun can still do 380 plus every shot, and a couple of shots and I'll be out of the game. Right, here's this tier 8 tank that, because I've wasted my premium, my first shot didn't go through, but quite luckily I think the second shot did manage to penetrate, took him out up to 6 kills, so I've got a top gun. So even if I lose the game, I will get Courageous Resistance, so that's a candidate to get into my top 5 and help me up the leaderboard. So because of that, because I know that I've got Courageous Resistance regardless of whether we win or not, I'm actually going to move out and try and spot the Scorpion G and maybe the Jagdpanther as well. Even though in an ordinary game, if there's not been March of Nations competition, I would have hugged that rock like a good one. But no, I'm going to move up and I'm going to try and spot. Now I'm running food. I ran food for the whole 14 days in this tank, just because it makes a massive difference to the amount of assisted damage that you do in the game. And it's the assisted damage that takes you up the leaderboard. Now I'm getting some nice shots into the Scorpion G. Doesn't matter that I wasted my premium earlier, because He's got absolutely no armour that can stop me. So I was blind firing. It didn't matter. I just wanted to do as much damage, and I was, even if there was only a 10% chance he was still in that same position, like his tracks had been taken off and he hadn't repaired them. It was worth spending 175 credits a time just firing at nothing. So there's just 2 tanks left. Their artillery, which just died, and so it's just their German tank destroyer left. He's only tier 7, so it won't matter that I haven't got any premium. I'm just going to move up now. The game is 17 seconds left, so nothing to worry about there. And to see if I can get another shot, really, because 2738 damage and 1316 isn't brilliant. Do manage to get a shot, but more importantly, 439 spotting damage. So let's have a quick look at the end plates. This was my 4th best game on the March of Nations competition. Now, I wasn't top tier, which helped, but I didn't do a huge amount of damage to the tier 8 tanks. I did get 3 into the Scorpion G and the T-24 first prototype. I'd got a couple into him. I didn't manage to get the KV-4, but he had a miserable game, as you'll see on the team score, which we'll just have a look at. I've got Ace Tanker and got Top Gun. As I said, Top Gun, 6 kills. There's the KV-4. He had a bad game. I don't know if he was a bad player, but he had a bad game. When you're top tier, you don't want to be doing 0 damage. Now, I didn't do the most damage in the game, but I come top by a country mile. Well, because I was damaging the tier 8s a bit, and so the Scorpion G was probably only damaging the tier 7s, and he does a lot of damage per shot. Now, in the detailed report, we can see the 1445. So it wasn't my highest out of the 5 games. Made a few credits, even though spammed a lot of gold, missed a lot of shots as well. But it was a reasonable result for the March of Nations competition. It managed to be my 4th entry. And I hope you liked the video, and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Do stay tuned and watch the other 3 games as part of this series with my 3rd, 2nd and 1st best games. And take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the battlefield soon. Bye for now.